because you're not that cute. And your hair is uneven. You look dusty.
Where? Child, let me get in this kitchen and cook me something to eat, because I must be hungry. Hi, Sugar. I'm Dominique, and welcome back to Building Esteem. Here we focus on confidence, healing, and bringing balance to ourselves. Our topic today is going to be negative thoughts and working on ways to shift our mindsets so that they don't take over, because they can. Now, I had to get me some food together because I had to be hungry or something. That was just too much. The goal today is to work on ways to create more peace and positivity in our lives, because those negative thoughts, they're going to come. The objective is to have a means to curb them when they do happen. Negative thoughts are mostly past experiences or fears that we have. That's how we are even able to attach ourselves to some sort of negative experience. And because we live in the space that we do as a human being or a spiritual being having a human experience, they are going to happen. There's kind of no way around it. The thing is with them is that they sneak up on you. You are minding your own business, and all of a sudden something negative comes to your mind. And because it happens so suddenly and quietly, you kind of miss it. When they do happen, there are different things that I want you to do for yourself so that they don't grab hold of you and interrupt anything that you have going on already. Now, when you get a negative thought, the first thing I want you to do is bring awareness that you recognize you just had one. There's nothing wrong with you for having a negative thought. What you do with a negative thought, that's where you're responsible. So I want you to first acknowledge that you just had one. And then I want you to ask yourself, is that true? Is the thing that you just heard in the back of your mind, is that something that's actually real? Does it really hold value? Or is it just something that came up in the moment? When you are able to discern that it was a moment or a thought that happened at a particular point in time and it really wasn't attached to anything else, you'll be able to better recognize what fear or situation might possibly be associated with that thought. So now that you have recognized that this is a negative thought that isn't attached to anything but this particular random moment in time, now I want you to replace that negative thought. The replacement of your thought should be something a bit more constructive and not diminishing. For instance, say you're working on something new and you haven't quite figured out the process yet. It could be anything. You're trying to cook a new recipe, master something for school. Instead of saying to yourself, I'll never figure this out. I have no idea what's going on. I'm never going to learn this. I have no clue what I'm doing. I'm not smart enough for these things. Instead of that, give yourself a bit of grace and say something more along the lines of, I'm actively learning. I made a mistake, but I learned something better for the next time. Positivity is very important. Just as we talked about previously, you have to be mindful of how you're speaking about yourself, to yourself. I remember when I was working hard, honey. But of course, when you're younger, you're not always making the money that you want to make. And I used to always say, oh, I'm broke. Anytime my friends are like, oh, you want to go do this? Or I just saw this, you should go get you one, this and that. My reply was always, nah, I can't. I'm broke. And you know what? I was broke. And I stayed broke because of how I was speaking. Then one day I made a decision. I'm not broke. I'm between blessings right now. I was blessed to get this job. I'll be blessed to get another job. I was blessed to be able to pay this bill. I'll be blessed to pay another bill. I'm not broke. I'm just between blessings. Even something as small as, yeah, that sounds fun, but I don't have the budget for it right now. You see what I'm saying? It sounds way different than saying I'm broke. Or even now, I have been focusing on everyone else's experience at work. Why this person get this much? Oh, that must mean that my boss don't value me the same way, and blah, 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 blah. All this kind of stuff. I since shifted that negative mindset, that negative viewpoint. I shifted that focus to, you know what? I have all that I need to accomplish what it is that I need or that I want to right now. Right now, I want to focus on this channel. I want to be able to bring you guys content that's going to be valuable and helpful. And if I was in a super high level position, or I was in a role where I didn't have the ability to get off of work and still have a clear enough mind to give you guys the energy and the time that you need, it would defeat the whole purpose. I see everything totally differently because I'm more focused and centered on myself and what I have going on and what I'm trying to accomplish. I'm better able to recognize the opportunity that is in front of me right now. And since I have shifted my mindset from the negative thoughts, the comparison as I had before, I have a new sense of freedom. Since I've made that shift, it has been so helpful. And I want to offer you the opportunity to do the same. So I want to give you a journaling prompt so that you can begin to practice ways on shifting your negative thoughts. I want you to think about a negative thought that you have had recently. What was the thought that you had? Was it true? And why might it not be true? How can you reframe the thought into something more empowering? Simple, I know, but this exercise is a great way to start getting that muscle strong on how to rebuild and reframe the negative thoughts that you are having. I really would love for you to try this exercise. It's so simple, but as you continue to do it, you will almost have a second nature on shifting your mindset on how you're speaking to yourself. I would love to hear from you. I would love to know if you are actually going to utilize this exercise to try to shift how you're thinking and turn those negatives into positives. I promise you, you will be amazed at how lighter you feel, how free you will feel, and the opportunities that will start to come to you simply by focusing on the positive versus the negative. As always, if this was helpful to you, please like the video, subscribe to the channel so that we can continue to do this work together. Please always remember that you have the power to manifest your story. I'll talk to you later. Bye.